Here with the Euro Canadian dollar on 9th of March 2012. Time of recording is 12:18 a.m. I'll just pop out here first of all to the longer term charts. Here's our weekly chart. You can see here it's been in a nice downtrend, moving averages below the 200 heading down now. And over the last 2 years, this has been its movement. It's been a sideways correction. But more recently, towards the tail end of last year, we saw the trend line for this correction broke, and the price subsequently rose and retested that line, which it's done. It also, we can see here, we have some lows which provided resistance there as well. Now the bounce from that area has produced this large engulfing bear candle on the weekly chart, and we can see stochastics has rolled over nicely. Percentage D hook in facing down. So the weekly chart looks good from the short side for a resumption of the trend. So we'll tune in here now to the daily chart. We can see that on the daily chart, this is from the high here, this is my proposed wave 1 down and my wave 2 back up. That's really all there is to look at on the daily. I want to just zoom in and take a closer look on the 4-hour chart now. What we've got here on the 4-hour chart is a nice head and shoulders top pattern. There's my left shoulder, there's the head, and the right shoulder is just here. And so this is my neckline, and on the 1-hour chart that's a 3 contact point support line as well. So this red trend line here, if we look at this, I originally had that trend line there, but of course it tried to break it just here, went up, put in a new high, so then the trend line was brought down. But we can see there where it originally was, it's been well and truly broken now, and it's actually providing overhead resistance. Then it was brought down to here, to this point, and the price is now below that. It got a further, it broke it for a short period, bounced back up, and it found support off it. Now it's back below it, and so now lastly we bring it to that low there. I think that should hopefully be the final low before the resumption of trend. So the strategy here is on the 4-hour chart is to make a trade based on the break of the neckline, and this low here is key because this from this high, that's my wave 1 down, that's my A, B, C wave 2 correction. I've got moving average crossover happening here on the 4-hour chart, so that's nice and bearish. Nice little additional indicator just there. Okay, so it's important though that any entry we get a solid break here, and that good momentum coming down into that break, and that any entry here is below this low, so significantly so. So I need the red trend line to be broken, and that's for the 4-hour chart trade. Now if we go, there's a shorter term trade possibly here. If we go down the time frames, you can see in here on the 1-hour chart, I popped in a little green support line here, which is above the red and the blue, and you can see moving averages on the 1-hour support on the 1-hour chart supporting the downtrend. If we go to the 30-minute chart, we can see we're getting crossover here. It's a bearish indicator, stochastics hooking down. So that all looks good, and if we go and we can see the line a little more clearly, nice support line. More importantly, we're getting lower lows and lower highs now on this time frame, consistent with the resumption of the downtrend. Looking at the 15-minute chart, we're just getting crossover here on the 15-minute chart as well, so that looks good. This may not happen today, maybe it will. It's only 12:20, it's a Friday. I don't want to be opening up trades too late in the afternoon, but certainly if this one goes, it has the potential to cascade into this particular break here as well, and that could all happen. That could all happen today. So if we can get a main trade out here on the 15-minute chart prior to these lines being hit, then it means that we've got a first partial going. If then the bigger blue neckline is broken, we can get a second trade, main trade, which is obviously going to have a higher initial profit target on the main trade because of the sheer scale. That's a 4-hour chart trade, and then obviously there'll be a partial running there as well. So potential to get a couple of partials running for what is hopefully going to be a tremendous resumption of trend. The bigger target being down here at 124.55. We're currently at 131.11, so the guts of 700 pips south. I think that's a reasonable assumption to make here, and possibly, if we look at the weekly chart, possibly beyond. If we zoom out, although that is a considerable double bottom resistance area, but if that breaks, well, who knows? It could go some. So anyway, that's the plan. That's that's the setup. We'll see if it matures this afternoon on the smaller time frame, and possibly even on that 4-hour chart time frame. We'll come back to it shortly. Bye bye.